So, escalation or denunciation. Is it good or bad? Should we avoid it any time, or can we do it at some point where we really need it? And how should we behave in this both situation? So for this reason, I would like to do this video and to show you my opinion about the current situation and explain what I am thinking about it, about escalation and about denunciation. So, first of all, I would like to share with you a little story about my time when I was younger and how it was perceived this part about denunciation. So, when I was younger, the denunciation was something very bad. It was not good at all, and we can imagine where we are children at school or even in university, when some denunciation happens, the person who did it, it's not the person about which one we are doing the denunciation. It's more the person who did it will be seeing very badly in the eyes of other people, and the people will start to avoid to speak with this person or to be friends, and it's put in danger this person. So I was seeing this situation like that always, and for this reason it was always written in my burn like denunciation, it's something very bad. We should avoid it any price. But now, when I go in the professional framework, when I am at the work, and now I am Scrum Master, and as you can know very well, in the responsibility and the function of the Scrum Master, we have multiple things, and one of them is to be transparent. To be transparent, it means to speak transparently with your team, with your colleagues, and after with the management and other level of people who take another responsibility. And if something happens not very good, we should speak about this to avoid the situation and after to have the improvement. But how should we consider this conversation? It is escalation or it is denunciation. And there it is the key point here. And now I would like to share with you what I am thinking about both of them. And about the first, regarding the denunciation, I think that it's not something very good when we have 3 points related. And 3 points, it's how it is done. The first, it is to do this in the way higher one. That means that we are speaking just with some person and we don't have the transparency. We try to hide our conversation and just to tell something, and after, hop, it's not me. The second, to have not very good attention doing this. Not very good, it's like to have bad attention, to think badly about something or someone and try to do this, and it's not very great and it's not very easy to explain either, but it's like we are not thinking well, let's tell, about the situation, and so we are doing this denunciation. And the third point is to be out of these things, to put you out of the situation, out of their current behavior conversation, which happens like, I did it, but I am not here, it's not my problem, I am not part of this situation. I just did this conversation with you. So all the 3 points, very, very bad. And there is bad part of the denunciation, sorry. It's very hard for me to pronounce this word. And now, speaking about escalation. And here I see what I see in my current job, what I see in my current experience, that escalation is something what unfortunately we cannot avoid when this escalation is constructive one. Why? Because as Scrum Master we cannot manage all the things by only ourselves. We cannot do the magic things when it does not depend on us or where we don't have enough responsibility or power. And in this case we need to speak with someone who has it. Someone, it can be RTO, someone, it can be our manager. And it's like when we are speaking, we go to ask some help. But how to do it in the really right way and to have escalation constructive one. And there I will explain what I'm thinking about you. But first of all, before a constructive escalation, I believe very strongly, and it's what I am doing. We need to try to resolve the situation and solve the problem by ourselves, to do maximum on our side, and once we see that it doesn't work, okay, now we need to go for the escalation. But first of all, by our own power and force. How we can do it? And for this, I see 5 different points, what we have to do, try to achieve to solve the situation. First of all, we need to think a lot. Analyze the situation, take all the point, all the information, what we can, collect everything, to have the pros and cons, really to collect maximum possible of information and try to analyze it and try to understand what happens and build the speech and conversation with our team or with person in questions. After that, when we have this good understanding or more or less right understanding on our side about the situation, we need speak with this person or with the team. And I call it's like sign off some contract with them. It's like when we are asked team or person, can we have some discussion? Can we speak together about this situation? And if the person or team told me yes, okay, this is it, like we sign off the contract, we can speak. Now, during this conversation, what is very, very important, it's like, let's speak on my side as Scrum Master. First of all, I am presenting my opinion, my perceptions about the situation, and I explain everything what I collected and how I understand it, what is my requirement, what we need to improve, all write the discourse on my side, write speech on my side. After that, I need to listening very well the feedback from the opposite person or from the team, how they understand it, what is their opinion, how they are seeing the situation. And in this way, I need to be really in the very well listening way. I need to listen very well. I need to cut all the information and try to understand what is where we have discrepancy between my understanding, between their understanding, and what gaps and what maybe some very missing information what I don't have, but like this I can understand better. After that, I need, when the speech is finished from other part, it's very good, then I can rephrase what I understand from this speech, and if my perception is right or not. Like that I can have the confirmation. After that I can propose, let's maybe now try to find some solutioning, and there we have very, very great questions. What do you think to do to change or to improve this situation? What will be your next step? What will be your action item to do? This is very great questions. If we do this like that, we can be sure that we push this person very kindly to think about the next step, to think about the action, to think what they will do in this current situation and how we can count of them. And this question is mandatory to ask during this conversation. After that, we can tell, which is very important as well, okay, let's do the next checkpoint in few time, and let's precise in how many time we will wait to do the next checkpoint and to understand it works or not. This is very, very important, because like that, we just not living without nothing. We are living with some plan, and after when we will verify this plan, if it solves the problem or not. And here now the last point, which is key one from this conversation as well, it's to tell very transparently. And to be transparent, we are preparing another step if it doesn't going very well for constructive escalation. We are telling, okay, now let's be transparent. If after the checkpoint, what we will do, we see that the situation is not improving anymore, the next step will be speaking with our another level people. It's or with manager or with RTO. And to see all together how we can solve the situation, how we can find the improvement and what we can do. But you know that it will happen only if after the checkpoint we see that we don't have any improvement. This is transparency. This is very, very important. And now we can live, we can see and observe how it happens, the situation in the future. And after, let's imagine the happy end and everything solved, all the problems solved, we have all the improvement, everything works well, so we don't need to do any escalation. But in the worst case, where it doesn't happen, and we need, by the way, to do this constructive escalation. So on this way, what I can tell you, that it's very good to prepare this third person or manager or RTO and explain the situation before doing the collective meeting, to give the context, but with good attention, with attention to improvement. Next point, to be part of this conversation, to feel there and participate on it, to tell that it's not me, it's other people. No, we are all together, and to be transparent. And the point number 2 for constructive escalation, yes, to do the meeting and around of each one with the good feeling, try to solve the situation, try to find with the collective intelligence of all the people who is there, the right solutioning and what we can do together. And for me, there it is, constructive escalation, which can make place when it is needed, but before it's better to do maximum on our side and try to not make happen this situation. But if it happens, you know now how to do it in the best way. Thank you a lot for your attention, and feel free to make your comment in the down of this video. Thank you.